Hey people,
Hello, hello.
it's Confago with the Luzabago, and
Project Tom.
so this is take two because I forgot to put the phone on airplane mode, and I had a cricket reminder that shut our video off right at 28 and a half minutes.
Yeah. We're
We were
just
so,
getting ready to finish off and sign off and
we
bloop.
were so close to being done, and it said bump you, Jack. So anyway, let's see if we can do this one. Wait a minute. Let's see if we can do this one.
Okay.
So, one thing I want to give a quick shout out to Sharon O'Connor.
We miss you.
I got to see her last night. She came out to the show.
Yeah.
We did Living Waters Cafe last night, and I had somebody tap me on my shoulder. Of course, on my blind side, and I look over and it was Sharon, and I got the best hug. Like, oh, it warmed me up.
She does give the best hugs.
Like, that's a therapeutic hug.
Yeah.
Like, it's like therapy for your soul. But anyway, let's get into this video. Um, so we came out here right from church. Pastor Richard uh, talked about us a little bit during this sermon, which is why we're going to do this video. Because, you know, there's a lot that we don't talk about, we don't discuss. We keep things kind of close to our chest sometimes. So, this is going to be letting some of the cats out of the bag.
Yep.
Yeah, as many cats as we can get away with letting out of the bag, we're going to let out of the bag. It is what it is. Like, there's some cats that are just,
Hanging on to dear life to stay in that bag.
oh yeah. There's some cats with claws that aren't coming out, and that's just fine. Because I don't think I need them coming out of that bag just yet. So, whatever. Anyway, so one of the things that Project Home does, other than providing water, food, basics, soap, hygiene products, stuff like that, other than the basic stuff, what have we been up to? Now, this is a packet from Delaware Health and Social Services. This is their opioid rescue kit. Hopefully it's showing up, reading in the right direction. But first off, the zipper, the first zipper you're going to go for when you're in need and you got to use this freaking kit, everybody goes for that zipper. Guess what? That zipper ain't nothing. There ain't nothing in there useful. And it's pretty much where you got an empty box.
I guess they had the new
So,
spray, but
guess
they
what?
changed.
You don't
the
need that
packaging.
friggin' box, and that's what I do with that piece. All right.
But
Sorry.
what you need is
What you need is what's inside the bag. It's the Narcan. All right. There it is. One thing you want to make sure of when you do these, if you ever have to, is there's a little cap there. That cap, you have to pop that cap off. You stick this puppy as far up the nostril as you can get it. Pinch down around the nostrils when you go to spray it, because you don't need it just spraying right back out the nose. That won't do you no good. You got to get it in. But if you're dealing with somebody that's not breathing yet, spraying it up a freaking nose to somebody that's not going to circulate it, you have to use this along with chest compressions, or else you're not going to get it to go down the esophagus into the like nasal cavities. You're not going to get it into the lungs or anything. It's like you got to use it along with CPR. You got to. I mean, I've heard of people being able to like come to without it, but it's more of a 50-50. Utilized along with CPR properly, we've had a 7 out of 8 success rate so far. So, and I hate to say it, but Mason almost doesn't count because he was too far gone by the time we got to him. So, like, there was nothing we could do on that one. It is what it is. So yeah, we carry Narcan with us at all times. Something else that comes in that pack are these little face shields. Little red square. I'm sure it's in here.
it should be. I think I saw it.
I'm sure it is too. Yeah. There.
That's the cleaner version.
Yeah, that has a little fold-up face shield in it. And they also have, let's see, the paperwork. Some paperwork.
For a clinic?
Yeah. Your instructions. A full how-to. Front and back. Which you do not want to be reading when you're in an emergency situation.
Yeah, so you might want to look through it. If you have any,
responding to an overdose. You want to go through all of this crap well ahead of ever having to use one of these freaking kits, okay? The last thing you need is to be sitting there scrambling, because I don't give a crap who you are or how together you think you've got your shit. Believe me, your shit is not together until shit hits the fan. Then you figure out exactly like how loosely you're holding on to your shit. There ain't no nice way of putting it. Like,
yeah.
There just ain't.
No.
Alright?
No, there isn't.
I see way too often people losing their friggin' shit as soon as something fucking goes sideways.
Yeah.
And guess what? We're on a frickin' ball hurtling through space, spinning sideways.
Yeah.
Shit's always gonna go sideways, people.
Exactly.
All right? The whole planet's going 50,000 miles an hour sideways through space. If you don't think things are going to go sideways, you're a friggin' idiot. You need to get your head checked. You're in La La Land.
Anyway.
What I'm saying is be prepared. You know, if you're dealing with things, you have to expect that things are going to go sideways.
Yeah.
Anyway. When we have enough Narcan to give out, we give it out to the ones that we know are gonna need it. As much as possible, when it comes to like the IV users, we try to promote the buddy system because I mean, if they're down a dark alley or something, or like hiding away to go shoot up, and something does go wrong, who's gonna respond?
Exactly.
Who's gonna know to like dig the freaking Narcan out of their pack? Like, you just don't know, you know.
Or even just to find them.
Yeah.
You might not be able to find them if they're hiding in an alley or hiding somewhere.
Right.
It's less of a chance
The buddy
to get
system.
to them.
Promote the buddy system. I can't say it enough. Like, I really just can't say it enough. The buddy system. You know. Most of the overdoses that aren't able to be found in time, it's because they're not using the buddy system. Like, there's even hotline numbers for people to call and have somebody on the phone with them in case of a situation like that.
Then they can send
like
emergency services right to you.
There's literally people that will sit on the phone with you just so they can make sure you get through your
fix or your shot, whatever,
right,
safely.
Right.
And they can call they can call somebody to come get you if something does happen.
And if you're non-responsive for a certain amount of time, they can ping your location and send an emergency crew to you.
Yes.
So, no reason not to have the buddy system.
No.
Now, somewhere we have that phone number. As soon as I figure
yeah.
As soon as we find the hotline number, I'll put it in the comment. Okay?
Yes.
That being said, let's move on. So that's one of the many things that we do. Now, just this past week, we had another one-off where we were presented with a family who had a missing person. A girl who has had a history of addiction, and nobody in the family could get a hold of her. They couldn't find her. They were worried sick. And me and one of the local homeless girls thought that We know the people well enough. We know the area well enough. If there's anybody that's going to be able to find her, it was going to be the two of us. Because that girl's almost just as shit ass nuts as I am. So we just kind of were like, me and her kind of teamed up, and we were like, "You want to go look for her?" She was like, "Yeah." And I was like, "All right, let's do it." So we spent about a week. We searched every freaking hood. We searched every known hot spot. We checked everything. And after about a week of searching, we pretty much ran Delaware damn near dry. Like, we hit every spot we weren't supposed to be in. At least I did. Like, every spot that I've already had guns pulled on me already, and like I've been like told by the gangs not to show my face around there again. I mean, it is what it is. And we're on a mission from God. So it was kind of just kind of had to put your hands up and just say, whatever happens, happens. So I finally hit that point after about a week of going everywhere we shouldn't and doing everything we weren't not allowed to. I finally was sitting there on our last run, and I kind of threw my hands up to God, and I was like, at this point, it's up to you. Like, I can't find her. And I had resolved myself to that. I had given up. Less than a minute later, her and the girl walk up to my window, and she asks, "Have you been looking for me?" It was like, you gotta be kidding me. I called her family, arranged for a meetup back here at the church. We got the girl to jump in, and we took off like a bat out of hell. We came out of that freaking, we came out of that hood like the Duke boys. We got her back here, got her reunited with her family. And when she ran up to her daddy and cried out, "Daddy," and like wrapped her arms around him, like, there wasn't a dry eye in the place. Like, everybody broke. She's crying now.
Shut up. Leave me alone.
Hey, I'm not gonna act like I didn't. Like, I broke. I did. I broke. Like, we knew right then that everything had been worth it. Yep. You know? Everything we had risked, it was worth it.
The whole crappy week we had up to then was worth it. That's the whole reason why he decided to go out and help her the one last time, is because we had a crappy week and he wanted to get away from here. But it was the perfect ending.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. It made everything worth it.
Yep. Everything we've been going through the last couple of weeks. That one intervention, finding her and
Getting her out.
getting her back out and seeing her family and her say daddy. That was so worth it.
Yeah. Believe me, I can't wait to get back to just handing out snacks.
I know.
Believe me, I can't wait to just getting back to not having to freaking deal with that kind of emotional freaking strain.
Well, with this job, we're gonna get certain emotional strains here and there, but
I know. It is what it is. Comes with the territory.
exactly, that's what I was just gonna say. It comes with the territory.
But like,
We love doing it.
that's another thing. We gotta go find
Yeah.
Hippie Joe and get him his phone. I know what neighborhood he's in. We're gonna have to hunt him down.
Okay. That's the first time I've heard it go off.
No, this is like the 5th time I've heard it. You were inside for a while.
Okay. Sorry, people.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Sometimes it's not quite as important as rescuing a person. But, hey, every little bit helps.
You know what? In every little which way, we are rescuing the homeless. We're keeping them fed. We're keeping them clothed. We're trying to keep them warm.
Well, in the last year, we've been able to, we're well over 40 tents have gone out to people. Man, I can put this one on airplane mode, but I can't even get into his phone
I know.
to shut it down.
I know.
Or to shut it up.
I know.
You get that damn thing out of here. So far in the last year, we've gotten out more than 40 tents. We've helped out hundreds of people with clothes, food, all kinds of stuff. All of that starts with Sharon O'Connor.
Yes.
Pastor Roger.
Mm-hmm.
Lisa Kelly. Pastor Richard. And the rest of the congregation here at Christ the Cornerstone. Without those people, we wouldn't be able to have done any of it.
Nope.
Do me a favor, throw that underneath a pillow. There you go, it's not so loud.
Turn it up.
Hey, we needed some levity.
Yeah.
Good Lord's providing it.
I know.
Okay.
If it wasn't for them, Sharon or everybody at Christ the Cornerstone, we wouldn't even be here, let alone be able to do what we do.
Yeah. Now, believe me, there's easier jobs.
Oh, yeah. A lot easier.
Like,
less stressful.
Yeah.
Less emotional. A lot easier.
Yeah.
But we love this one, and this is the one we pick.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I'm definitely going to need therapy after all this crap. You know, at some point, I'm going to need a shrink. Somebody's going to have to, like, crack into this nut and, like...
Oh, no.
Try to rework it because it's all effed up.
Oh, I feel so sorry for them.
Oh, yeah.
I feel so sorry for having to crack and look through that nut.
Oh, yeah. Like... I have a hard time sleeping most of the friggin' nights because, like,
Oh, I bet that's probably all you think about when you close your eyes. Hear it, smell it, see it.
yeah, I've had to call in the professionals to go check a couple sites because you could tell before even getting
That
to,
up and close to personal.
yeah, the first time you find death, like the first time you smell death, it sticks with you.
It's unmistakable.
When you when you come across it again, it'll stop you dead in your tracks. And it's not something that you get out of your head. Not something easily. So I mean, it's part of what comes along with it. It is. Um, but yet, doesn't stop me from going out to campsites. It doesn't stop me from going out and helping people. The glory of God is far bigger than that.
And yeah,
I I can't quite explain the signs I see or what it is that makes me go do the crap I go do. Besides, the Lord works in mysterious ways. The signs I see aren't going to be the same way that He communicates with you.
or
And
me, or anybody else.
yeah, and there's a reason for that. But either way,
He does. He finds
He
a
fi-
way to.
a unique way to speak to each and every one of
Yep,
us. And if
exactly.
you're willing to listen and follow,
You'll hear him.
not only will you hear Him, but you'll see what He wants you to see. And you'll know it's from Him.
Mm-hmm.
Other than that, like, we're kind of running a little long on time here, so
Yeah.
a few people have been wanting us to tell you what we've been up to, and I think that we've done that as much as we can without, you know, sticking our butts too firmly onto the hot plate.
Yeah.
So we're gonna leave it at that for now. Let you know I love you guys. Just tell you to take care of each other as best you can. And we love you, and we'll see you in the next.
Later.
Later. Love you guys, seriously.